Hello, I am Whitney Williams, the 2021 Ohio runner-up Mrs. Agriculture USA. Welcome to the virtual speech area of competition for the 2022 Ohio Miss Agriculture USA competition. Speech is only for Petite, Junior, Teen, Miss, Ms., Mrs., and Elite divisions. It is 15% of their total score. Our Miss Agriculture USA Queens are passionate advocates for agriculture. Join us as our Miss Agriculture USA Queens competing in our 2022 Ohio Miss Agriculture USA virtual competition speak on the topic, What Agriculture Means to Me.
Hi, my name is Julia Kane, and I'm 2022 Clark County, Ohio Junior Miss Agriculture USA. What does agriculture mean to me? For me, agriculture is a lifestyle, but it also means community. Everyone knows everyone in the community that I grew up in, which is a small town, rural neighborhood. The small town agriculture community that I'm blessed to belong to has proven time and time again that they will drop anything and everything to help somebody in need. Whether it's helping a farmer get crop out of his field or helping a new 4-H'er learn how to raise and show their animal, they will do anything and everything to help somebody out. For me, agriculture means friendships. Through 4-H and FFA, and even just showing livestock, I have met so many amazing and great people that just mean the world to me. To me, agriculture means 4-H and FFA. I have a strong involvement in these youth organizations, and I've become actively involved in my community, doing service projects like volunteering at the local food shelter with my FFA chapter, or helping my 4-H club by working with the Clover Buds to help mentor them to continue to grow and learn through agriculture. To me, agriculture means raising animals for fair. The excitement of knowing I get my project dairy feeder at the beginning of the year and I get to help him grow and get him ready for the fair is one of the best feelings ever, especially since I get to do it all with my friends. It means learning that what goes into raising an animal that puts food on the plates of families all over the country. Agriculture means spending the hottest week of summer at the Clark County Fair. Showing my project animal and seeing all my hard work pay off inside and outside of the show ring is one of the best feelings ever. Agriculture is spending the week of fair at fair making memories to last a lifetime with my family and friends. So what exactly does agriculture mean to me? It's more than words, it's really a feeling. I feel it every time I pass a farmer's field, or I get to go feed my cows or clean my horse's stall. Every time that I get to kiss my dairy feeder's cold, wet nose, or my horse nuzzles up on my neck. I know how truly lucky I am to be living this life full of agriculture.
Hello, I am Layla Ferner, the 2022 Portage County, Ohio Junior Miss Agriculture USA. Agriculture is many different things to many different people, but personally to me it is a coping mechanism, a hobby, a source of learning, or a tool, and overall a big part of my life. I first became interested and involved with agriculture when I joined Scouts BSA, a conjoined scout group for boys and girls alike. It was a first-hand start to an experience of living agriculture. Agriculture and Scouts helps by bringing people together to learn about our world and international sources and tools to help us in the real world. In Scouts, we learn different skills by taking classes and courses and depending on what subjects and things that we're interested in. During Scouts, we discuss important things about the outdoors before we leave an area or begin a major event, such as a campout. We follow through with different rules or expectations before we ever start something. Recently, my family has also started a garden. We believe that it is better for the environment to grow our own food, especially our own way. We also currently have started leasing a pony, but before taking on a big responsibility like that, we of course had to learn all about the requirements and rules of taking care of an animal or animals. Overall, agriculture is a major part in thing that people don't take into consideration that often, and we should start taking agriculture into consideration. everything around us is agriculture, and some people don't know that and haven't learned about that. I feel that agriculture is a major subject that no one is talking about, but we should. Thank you.
Hi, judges. My name is Abigail Cattrall. What does agriculture mean to me? Well, everything. I couldn't imagine a day not running through the hayfields or raising sheep. Agriculture to me is the backbone to any country. It provides food, raw material, and employment. We'd starve without it. My family has taught me everything I know about cultivating crops for my livestock and for our dinner table, things that I hope to pass down to my kids one day. I'm very blessed to grow up on my family farm, working the land and breeding livestock for my freezer and sell to earn a living. Agriculture is hard work. It has taught me to be a hard worker and appreciate everything I have and to enjoy all the rewards of a hard day's work. That's what agriculture means to me. Everything. Life, food, work, animals, and breathing that fresh country air. Thank you for your time.
I am Mackenzie DeBoer, the 2022 Clinton County, Ohio Teen Miss Agriculture USA. What does agriculture mean to me and why? Agriculture means to be a part of an amazing community. Also, to meet lots of new and amazing friends. And learn more and more about how they see agriculture. I am a part of agriculture because I love meeting new people and learning more and more about livestock, farming, and so much more. Agriculture means the science of farming crops, such as corns, soybeans, and wheat. We need these crops to be able to feed our livestock. Livestock is also a big part of agriculture because they provide goods like cattle and goats produce milk, sheep produce wool, cattle and pigs and chickens produce meat. Some words that mean agriculture to me are respectful, responsible, and time management. You have to be responsible where you take care of your farm and your livestock. Respectful, you have to be respectful to your community, give to your community, and make sure you always are presentable. Time management. You have to have time management because you have to be able to feed your animals on certain times and on certain days, and they need to be on a schedule. You have to have time management when it's farming season because you don't want to wait too long to plant your crops because then you will have really, really bad chance of not getting crops. Thank you.
What does agriculture mean to me? It means learning to farm, learning about the opportunities around me, networking, and sharing my passion with others. As a city girl, last year I focused on where my food, as well as my horse's food, comes from. This year, I am learning about the beginning of the process. I started FFA, and have started learning about plant and animals. Through Miss Agriculture Connections, I have also been invited to help with the hay and soybean season. I am excited about the opportunity to start learning hands-on. Our family is focused on buying locally, and this includes our meat needs. By helping on a farm this year, I will get a bigger picture of how a local farm produces and supplies to the needs around it. I share my passion in many ways. I am vice president of my 4-H group and have an opportunity to share all of my Miss Ag experiences with many of the younger kids in my group. I show horses, rabbits, and dogs. My dog is a corgi, and they are great herding dogs. I hope to learn more about herding dogs and their jobs. Mine herds our cats. I also show my horses at Tennessee walking horse shows, where I get to talk and share my Miss Agriculture experiences. At these shows, there are often travelers from as far as the West Coast. By volunteering and wearing my crown and sash, I get to share my passion with the whole country and make new friends. I am looking to going to school to be an equine assisted therapist. I love helping people, and what better way to do that than with a beautiful animal like horses? One of my goals would be to have a retirement plan for showing and working horses that may be a little too old to work, but still have much love to give. The network that I have created will impact my future in positive ways. I hope to keep expanding them by sharing my love for agriculture. Thank you for letting me share with you what agriculture means to me. I am Julia Auk, the 2022 Richland County, Ohio Teen Miss Agriculture USA.
Hi, my name is Grace Lucas and I'm your 2022 Scioto County Teen Miss Agriculture USA. Agriculture means a great deal to me because I'm very involved in 4-H and FFA and help my family raise show pigs.
I believe in the future of agriculture with a faith born not of words, but of deeds. I sat down at my computer for what seemed like forever as I pondered ideas of how I was going to start this speech. So what did I do? I looked back at past essays, introductions, and speeches that I had given for past Miss Agriculture USA competitions. I found this quote around the center of one of my old speeches, and I thought, this is going to be the way that I show what agriculture means to me. So what did I do? I erased the whole page, and I put that quote at the very top. I read it a couple times more, and I thought, these are the questions I need to ask myself. What do I believe about the future of agriculture, and what does the industry mean to me? Well, I believe that the industry can give anybody any opportunity that they would like, and that it can give you the world. You just have to take that chance. And that's something I often see. A lot of people miss those opportunities because they believe that it's not their path, they're not qualified, or that they're not going to get any benefits from it. But I would like you to ask yourself that question if you are in that situation. If not me, then who? And if not now, then when? Signing up for Miss Agriculture USA has given me the opportunity to push aside the mentality and ask myself those questions. I originally asked myself those questions around the sophomore and junior years of high school when I was filling out applications to college. That seemed like it was forever ago, but I remember that little drop-down box on every application of what area would you like to study. I knew that it would be somewhere in the agriculture industry that's what I wanted to do. I just wasn't sure yet. So I pondered many things, including veterinarian, education, and so on. When I came up to the education thing, I thought, not me, I'm not qualified to do that. That's not my path. Moved on, went on. Later in that week, I decided, okay, it's time to submit my application. Looked back down at that drop-down box, and I picked education, and I submitted it without a second thought, and I'm glad I did. I was able to talk to other people about education and what all it entails, and I'm glad that I did. I have been able to get in the classroom and share my passion about the industry and my love for all things agriculture, and I'm glad that I was able to ask myself them questions. So if you're in a situation right now and you're having a hard time deciding on taking the chance or pursuing a certain opportunity, I would like you to ask yourself, if not me, then who? And if not now, then when? And that's what I believe agriculture is about. I believe it can give you the world, you just have to take the chance. So to me, agriculture, it means everything. And I don't know where my life would be without it. Thank you.
When the question, what does agriculture mean to me, is brought to my attention, I believe that agriculture cannot be summed up into just one simple term or phrase. Just as there are many industries across the globe that help to make up and support the world of agriculture, there are so many phrases that can be used to describe what agriculture personally means to me. I believe that agriculture is the backbone of our society. There are farmers that provide food to our nation and our entire world, for a matter of fact. There are meat producers that do the exact same. Without these individuals, there would not be enough food to provide throughout our world, which would cause a huge problem throughout the globe. Agriculture provides jobs. There are farmers, there are meat producers, and there are also individuals in different fields of agriculture. Those who study agricultural business can go on to market for seed sales, grain sales, equipment sales, and etc. There's also those that study agricultural communications. These individuals work to advocate for agriculture and make that their career path, and I think that that's an amazing thing. Our ag industries actually contribute to $1.109 trillion to the U.S. gross domestic product. This is such a necessary industry that our globe needs. Agriculture is my roots. Agriculture has always been at the forefront of my life from a very young age. I believe that agriculture teaches life lessons that you simply can't learn anywhere else. Throughout my journey in the agricultural industry, I have learned hard work, I've learned determination, and I have learned a drive, whether it be working with my livestock or being a part of my FFA chapter and the multiple CDE teams. I believe that agriculture teaches lessons that you just can't find anywhere else, and I think that that's an amazing thing to contribute to our society. In the agricultural community, you meet individuals that just set themselves apart from the rest of the world. You find people with a common interest in you, and I think that that helps to just push you in your passion and to help you succeed throughout any agricultural pursuit. I also believe that agriculture can be a risk. In crop and meat production, there is never steady money. The market for crops and meat goes up and down and fluctuates, but these individuals continue their path just to help America, because an industry that feeds you, I believe, is an industry that's worth fighting for. Farmers risk drought, disease, climate change, and so many other problems, but they continue to push forward. These individuals risk it all just for their passion and to help support others. I believe that agriculture is simply not a term that can be summed up in one way, but agriculture is a way of life. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Hannah Randolph, and I am the 2022 Jefferson County, Ohio Miss Agriculture USA. To me, agriculture is spending time with my family and friends, whether I be working on the family farm, participating at the county fair, or participating in FFA activities for my school, or showing my animals at jackpot shows. On our farm, we raise our own corn, oats, and hay to feed our beef cattle. It is important to us that we give our animals the best and take good care of them to provide a good, safe product to those that purchase cattle or hogs from us, both from the farm and my projects that I sell every year at the county fair. I really enjoy the time I spend in the barn with my family, taking care of our animals. The animals become a part of our family. Right now it is calving season, so we spend a lot of time in the barn, assisting the cows with the birth if necessary and making sure the calves are drinking and doing good. We must make sure they get a good start in life, because these calves that will either be put back into our herd or sold to local consumers. Right now it is also show season for steers, so I enjoy spending a lot of time taking care of my steer, Diesel, and taking him to the jackpot shows. Another part of agriculture in my life is the FFA program at my school. We spend time learning about and participating in activities that involve livestock and crops. I am on the soils team and general livestock team at my school. I know I still have a lot to learn about agriculture and hope I can continue to do that through FFA and working on my family farm.
Hi, I am Lainey McMacken, the 2022 Miami County Miss Agriculture USA. When I hear the word agriculture, I personally think of responsibility, respect, and integrity. By raising livestock, you are learning responsibility by always taking proper care of your animals and keeping them healthy. Your livestock relies on you to take care of them because they're not able to get up and fill their feeders or waters by themselves. The quality of your project depends on the effort that you choose to put into them. By being an FFA and or 4-H, you are also learning respect. Respect not only for yourself, but for your fellow competitors and livestock. When showing your animals at fair or other competitions, you're learning respect by not getting upset if you do not place as high as you wanted to, and always thanking the judge and your fellow competitors. I personally have seen many kids who are showing that have not gotten the placement nor feedback they wanted, me being one of them. Instead of getting upset, I wait until the judge is done with the show, and I go up to him and ask them what I could have done better, what exactly they were looking for in my animals. With FFA, you're learning respect the same way doing a competition. When the judges give you a score that's not what you really wanted or expected, you can ask them questions about what you can do better. You can take that constructive criticism and adjust what you presented for the next time. Respect is also developed when experienced 4-H and FFA members work with the younger, inexperienced members. This helps to encourage the younger members to promote agriculture and continue growth. I myself have helped my peers at fair who are new to showing by helping them get their animals in the ring and properly prepared for showtime. I also have helped them prior to fair by walking, washing, and pairing up projects. Integrity is highlighted in the personal growth developed through agriculture and the industry standards. You must be honest with what is going into your animal in order to put them in the buyer's market and be sold in grocery stores or markets. If you don't tell the truth about what you're putting into your animal and then end up selling the meat, you could potentially be putting your buyers in danger. If you're putting antibiotics and other drugs into your animals, these can potentially remain in the processed meat and put buyers at risk for health issues and possible death. Agriculture truly does help to develop well-rounded characteristics that can be used in and outside of agriculture. Being involved in agriculture builds characteristics that will help you grow and develop all throughout your life. Thank you.
What does agriculture mean to me? To me, agriculture means so many things. It's more than just corn in a big tractor. Growing up in a rural area but attending a city school has shown me that you don't always have to live on a farm and raise livestock to be a part of the agriculture world. Agriculture holds opportunities for everyone. When I think of agriculture, I think of two main things: perseverance and helping others. Perseverance plays a big role in agriculture today. Farmers work and fight day in and day out to provide for us. From risking the lives of their own animals during the brutal winters to provide us with materials for our clothing, such as wool and cotton, to not knowing what the weather might bring the next day for their crops, to provide not only us, but also their families with food, and to even risking their own lives when they are out spraying the fields and crops with chemicals. These chemicals include herbicides, pesticides, and anhydrous ammonia. These chemicals can be very dangerous, but they are very efficient in the agricultural world because they make sure that our crops are safe and free of bugs. When these crops are harvested, that means they are ready to go and we are ready to eat them. The next thing that I think of in agriculture is helping others. Family and friends are banding together to help one another get through the tough times. When the weather turns bad, markets crash, accidents happen, or even an illness strikes that nobody was ready for, they are always there and ready to help one another and lend a hand when the time is needed. From big things such as rodeos, farm shows, horseback riding, or to even renting land for camping, and to even selling eggs from your local home, from your chickens and ducks, agriculture plays a big part in our world in the biggest and littlest things. Agriculture is so much more than what the world titles it today, and this is what agriculture means to me.
Hello. What does agriculture mean to me? Agriculture to me is my lifestyle. It is my encouragement and my passion. This industry has been a big part of my life for as long as I can remember. Agriculture to me is a sense of accomplishment and success. It is not only the backbone of America, but it is the backbone of my personality. Without agriculture, I would not be who I am today. I've only become the woman I am because I developed many personal skills due to my involvement in this industry. These include, but are not limited to, responsibility, leadership, confidence, understanding, and organization. Being involved in agriculture has encouraged me to reach for the highest goals and shown me that anything is possible. Even in the toughest times, agricultural tasks still need to be completed. Agriculture to me is fighting to continue, even in the hard times. It is supporting the community around you, no matter how big or small. Agriculture is essential for the world today. It is not only farming, but it is so much more. I believe this industry is very important, and that it is the livelihood of many. This industry to me is not only my lifestyle, but it is my support. Those in agriculture always seem to drop anything when you need them most, and they support you through everything. To me, agriculture is a family. It is a moral community. Agriculture provides food, jobs, and so much more to the world today, and yet it is still underappreciated. However, those in this industry still strive to do the best that they can do. To me, agriculture is a part of me. It is a legacy, and it is very important that we continue to carry out that legacy. Agriculture has its struggles, but we learn to develop the industry from those struggles. I do not try to prevent all failures in my life because I know that failure is how I will improve as a person. Agriculture is more to me than livestock and production. It is the air that I breathe. Thank you.
As I stand here and I think about what agriculture means to me, I can't help but reflect on my answer from last year. I compared it to a puzzle, with each and every piece coming together to create this big, beautiful picture. And it's still true to this day, and will be for the rest of my life. I just have a different perspective on it. Up until about a week or so ago, I thought it was like every other puzzle. You go to the store, you buy a pretty puzzle, you put it together. You think it's beautiful, till you realize there's a little scratch on one piece, but you're like, it's a background piece, no one's gonna notice. And it took me a while to realize my puzzle isn't like that. My puzzle doesn't have a focal point. My puzzle doesn't have background pieces. It really did, because my dad's the one who got me into agriculture. He pushed me to do everything wholeheartedly, no matter if it was horses, cows. If I wanted to show cats, he made me do it full force. And so I was like, okay, my dad's like the focal point. He's what started agriculture for me, so he's the main picture. Everything else just fills in the cracks. Well, December 30th, I lost my father. And I thought my puzzle was ruined. I thought that focal point was gone. It wasn't pretty anymore. I didn't want it anymore. And it took me a while to realize that's not true. Each puzzle piece has a story behind it, like its own little movie to show what it is. Whether it's something I learned, something I achieved, something that made me feel extremely happy or sad or angry or whatever. I realized he wasn't a piece of my puzzle. He's what started my puzzle. As I thought about it, all of my memories involved something agriculture in them. Whether it was a horse show, whether it was at fair, whether it was out doing hay or planting our garden, everything had something to do with him. So he wasn't a piece of my puzzle. He was my puzzle. So to this day, I will say agriculture is like a puzzle, but that puzzle has gained so much more meaning to me. And I truly, truly don't know what I would do without agriculture in my life. Especially because now that is my memory of my father, is doing something in agriculture. And now I push myself even harder. I push myself to run for Miss Ag again. I push myself to go to more horse shows. I'm pushing myself to do more with cows. And I'm extremely proud of myself, and none of this would have been possible without agriculture there. So that is what agriculture means to me.
To me, agriculture means a strong passion, drive, dedication, family values, and a sustainable future. To me, agriculture means time spent with family, learning to plant and harvest flowers and vegetables with my Papa Nick, learning to sew with my Grandma Jean, and helping my Grandpa Bob with his Master Gardener projects. Agriculture always gave me a strong sense of community by sharing our vegetables, flowers, and sewing projects with our family, friends, and neighbors. My grandparents never hesitated to help me achieve my goals and my dreams, especially when it came to 4-H projects, making my show clothes, and watching my hard work come to life in the show pen. Growing up with a family that encouraged and supported my love of agriculture allowed me to become a better advocate for agriculture. When I joined 4-H, I gained leadership skills, communication skills, and lifelong friendships. Traveling to the state 4-H horse groom and clean competition with my best friends was one of my absolute favorite 4-H experiences. I loved meeting so many like-minded, strong leaders that were competing towards a common goal. The skills I learned in 4-H helped me graduate college with a Bachelor of Arts degree in Health and Risk Communication. To me, agriculture and healthcare and health communication all go hand in hand. After all, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. By joining the Miss Agriculture USA family, I have gained a sisterhood. I am surrounded by strong women achieving our goals, our dreams, celebrating our victories, and a passion for agriculture that will leave a legacy and a sustainable future for our generations to come. To me, agriculture means having a family, having lifelong friendships, a sisterhood, a constant support system, and a reason to keep living this life that I have been so incredibly blessed with.
When asked what agriculture means to me, the first words that pop into my head are opportunity, education, and employment. Opportunity, just like the ones that I have been given in the nation's leading economic industry. I have been given the opportunity to grow as a person and professionally, starting with just the youth group opportunities alone that agriculture gives, just like in 4-H and FFA. The endless opportunities and leadership responsibilities I gained in 4-H, like being a junior horse council representative, being a junior fair board representative, and ending my 4-H career as the 2020 Medina Fair Queen, gave me insight to all that is involved in running my county fair and all the county's agriculture diversity and the hard work that goes behind the scenes to showcase the benefits and knowledge of agriculture to our entire community. All of these experiences grew me into the young woman I am today and put me on a path for success in education. Because of my successes in leadership roles in my 4-H career, I decided to dedicate my life's direction and professional career in the agriculture industry. So I pursued a degree at Ohio State ATI where I majored in agriculture business. Now for the employment. George Washington once said, agriculture is the most healthful, most useful, and most noble employment of man. Even the founding fathers of this country understood the importance that agriculture was vital, essential, and continues to secure our independence, which makes us a global leader to our state and national economy. Even now, there are endless opportunities in the industry. I have just recently become involved in my county's Farm Bureau and especially in the Young Ag Professionals group. I hope my reign as the 2022 Medina County, Ohio Miss Agriculture USA continues to open more doors and opportunities for me to explore the industry while advocating. So when asked again what agriculture means to me, it has been my opportunities that led me to my education that has now led me to my employment and success. Agriculture is a growing field, and I am beyond honored to grow in knowledge and passion with it.
To me, agriculture is something that comes naturally. Growing up, agriculture took the name of sewing lessons with my grandma where I had many finger pricks. I always thought I was tough enough to not use the thimble, even though my grandma would laugh and say, "I told you so." Agriculture was learning how a pear tree starts from a seed, then blossoms into juicy pears that my sister and I would harvest with my granny. We would almost fall out of the trees while picking pears because we were goofy enough to climb up in it and shake our groove thing, as my gran would put it. It was my dad teaching me how to drive the tractor, even though I still don't remember how when he's not around to show me which pedal to use. Agriculture is learning how to field dress a deer by myself for the first time, with my dad watching from the sidelines if I needed any help. It was trips to Columbus and Indianapolis for state and national FFA conventions and being surrounded by so many people with the same passion. Agriculture is something that is always changing, and I believe that agriculture has changed throughout my life. For me, agriculture will always be a way that I remember my family and share those sentimental memories that I remember for the rest of my life. I can say that I now have some new memories through agriculture that are filled with laughter and joy. With Miss Agriculture USA, I've been able to participate in things that I would have never thought that I would be doing today. One of the latest joys that I got to experience was going to the Delaware County Fair as a part of one of my goals to go to as many fairs as possible this past year. We went around Halloween time and decided to take advantage and hand out candy to all the kids. It was amazing to see the kids' faces light up when they received candy from the Queen, but some were more special than others. While I'm handing out candy to as many kids as I could, I get approached by a young boy and his mom. I start to reach my hand down into my candy bag to give him and his family a piece, but noticed tears in his eyes and wondered what happened. Before I could get my hand out of my bag, his mom stopped me and said he really doesn't like candy that much. That was fine with me, and I continued talking to her. She tells me that her son was crying because he saw me a ways away and thought that I was starting to walk to another section of the fair. He thought that he had missed getting a picture with the Queen. Immediately, I told them that I wanted to get a picture with him and handed my candy bag to my mom. I'm smiling at the camera and the picture is taken. His mom smiles back and says, "Oh, I just love it." She flips the phone around to show me the picture, and while I was looking at the camera, the young boy was looking up in admiration that this queen was stopping everything to take a picture with him. The mom tells me that he suffers from Down syndrome and that he was going to be talking about this for the rest of the week. To him, it was a picture with a queen. But to me, it was a moment in agriculture that I'm going to cherish for the rest of my life. Moments like these don't come every day. But when they do, you have to stop to take every picture and make sure to tell every little girl that they can be a queen just like you. Agriculture to me is memories that I get to share with my sister queens, but also memories that I get to make in children's lives every time I put on that crown and sash. Thank you.
Agriculture is defined as the science, art, and business of cultivating soil, producing crops, and raising livestock. With many years of experience and education from all walks of life, I've decided agriculture needs a new definition. Agriculture forms our futures and builds our character, gives us lifelong memories and critical independency skills. Agriculture provides us with resources, privileges, and connections we so desperately need. So what exactly does agriculture mean to me? Agriculture means being part of something bigger than yourself. It's not about getting top dollar for what's in your milk tank. It's about ensuring quality and food safety for the public. It's not about winning that banner at the county fair. It's about advocating for agriculture, learning skills, and developing relationships along the way. We become better people, a better community, with the help of agriculture. Agriculture is the promise we give to ourselves and to our world to be just a little bit better than we were yesterday. Better in sustaining life on fewer resources. Better in educating our youth. Better in the care we provide to our products. Better in our independency and responsibility. Better as a united community. Agriculture teaches us we don't have to be perfect, just a little bit better than we were yesterday. Agriculture means my dad's dedication to carrying a semen tank across the state fairgrounds so I can secure what I need for my next generation of calves. Even though he's tired and doesn't understand why that tank weighs so much, it didn't yesterday. He does it because he knows the farm means everything to me. It means having patience when answering 70-something questions to the kid who wants to touch every pig in that barn, even though you know probably about 52 of them are going to be the same question. You do it because you understand that kid's going to remember that for the rest of his life. It means having creative problem solving and becoming adaptable. When you lose that hitch pin, you swore you left here an hour ago. Because you know that no matter what happens, people depend on us to get things done. We learn to be spokesmodels, public speakers, veterinarians, mechanics, inventors, nutritionists, teachers, and so much more, thanks to the obstacles and experiences we have in agriculture. We have the opportunity to provide for each other and thrive as a community while developing memories, relationships, and skills that we will always have to make us better than we were yesterday. Thank you.
What agriculture means to me is the promise of a better future. At the very core of today's society is agriculture. Without agriculture, we wouldn't be able to pursue careers as cosmetologists, nurses, or pro athletes. Agriculture provides a stable backbone for all people to explore their interests. American agriculture provides employment to approximately 10% of the nation's population, with only 2% of that coming from farm operations. Agriculturalists themselves are at the forefront of innovation, using technology from drones to GMOs to having advancements in animal handling practices. Every year, agriculture is doing more with less. Agriculturalists must provide more food, more clothing, and more shelter to support the world's growing population with less space, less animals, and less workers. American agriculture has worked through the struggles of former years to propel the industry into the future. Thomas Jefferson once said, "Agriculture is our wisest pursuit because it will, in the end, contribute most to real wealth, good morals, and happiness." This furthers the point that agriculture promises a better future. As an educator, I have seen the shift in students wanting to attend college to wanting to enter a trade. My students have been surprised with the amount of future employment agriculture provides without the need for a college education. Agriculture advocacy shows future generations that they can have a better future with agriculture.
Hello. What does agriculture mean to me? Agriculture means many things to me. While spending most of my youth actively involved in 4-H and FFA, many core values were instilled in me through our rural community. Most being respectful, responsible, dedicated, independent, and passionate would be a few of them. Respectful would be my number one, as you have to respect all aspects of agriculture community. From making good relationships, communicating, to raising good, healthy animals, and a strong desire to always be willing to help anytime or anyone. When working on a farm with equipment and animals, you have to be safe and respect what you're doing so you don't get hurt or cause harm to others. Responsible. You have to be responsible for your actions as well as what you say when it comes to finishing the task at hand. You should always be honest, as many things can go wrong if you are not truthful about taking care of the task given. Dedication. Dedication for all the early mornings and late nights in the fields, in the shop, fixing equipment, or in the farrowing barn, helping a gilt with her first litter, a goat with a kid that's stuck, and or a cow that's calf is breech. Independent. As most farms in my area are small family farms, you generally only have yourself to rely on to get the chores finished. So you really need to be self-motivated and able to finish all the daily tasks on your farm requires, as well as any unplanned issues that may arise. Passionate. Because you are not passionate about what you're doing in the agriculture field, you're never going to benefit from it the way you hope. You have to be passionate about the tillage of the soil to produce crops, the benefits of raising animals to feed your family, vegetables for canning for the winter months, and even as having your own woods to cut timber to heat your home. The agriculture community is huge. In the agriculture community, everyone is always there to lend a hand. It is from helping other farmers that is unable to harvest his crop while he's dealing with an ill spouse, or across the nation where they have to deal with tornadoes, wildfires, and even flooding. The agriculture community will always step up and help out in any way possible. That is why I love being part of the agriculture community. I believe agriculture is everyone's business. Ohio's largest industry is agriculture. Agriculture can be anywhere from farming, operating a nursery and greenhouse, cutting timber, raising animals, a feed consultant, crop nutritionalist, or even a crop insurance adjuster. I am thankful for our agriculture community, and I can't wait to watch our community grow even more in agriculture. I love that our community is able to come together when needed and able to support each other even when we're struggling ourselves. As an agriculture community, God is always number one. God leads us in the right direction and gives us strength to push through the good and bad of agriculture. That is what makes me happy to be from a small town. I am thankful to be the 2022 Clinton County, Ohio Elite Miss Agriculture USA and an advocate for agriculture within my community. Thank you, Amanda Pollock.
When I was a kid, I remember helping my mom put in a big garden every year. We would snap beans to what seemed to be like forever. Then finally we were able to come back into the house and give our aching backs a rest. Then it was time to start snapping the beans. This was my mom's favorite part. She really did love it. I remember my mom sending me out to the garden to get fresh tomatoes and lettuce for the dinner table. This is what agriculture means to me. Big gardens and fresh produce on the table. As I got older, my mom began to teach me how to can not just green beans, but tomato juice as well. I remember standing at the sink, turning the colander around and around and around, trying to get all of the tomato juice out of there. One of the things that my mom taught me was to make sure that your jars, your rings, and your lids were clean and sterile. Otherwise, you might take the risk of losing what you had just canned and all that hard work. My mom spent so many hours teaching me how to can and take care of a garden. What agriculture means to me is a mother teaching her children the importance of a garden and the value of a pantry full of canned goods. Fast forward a few years, and now I am teaching my girls how to can also. It started in our backyard with a big garden full of various vegetables, sitting on a 5-gallon bucket picking beans. And of course, my mom was willing to come over to help snap them. Mother, daughter, and granddaughter sitting around, snapping beans, cleaning jars, and making memories that will last a lifetime. I can still see her sitting beside my daughters, laughing and having a good time. She later moved and had planted several fruit trees. Every fall, my daughters and I would go over to Mom's house and begin the pear picking process, or should I say the shaking pear process. My girls would climb up into those little pear trees and begin to shake all those pears down. My mom even jumped in a few times to help shake too. She would get several baskets full of pears and would always share them with me and with her neighbors. My mom always taught me to be willing to help others out because someday you may need the favor returned as well. What agriculture means to me is more than a big garden or a pear tree, but spending quality time with your loved ones during that whole process. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you so much for watching our virtual competition. If you too have a passion for agriculture, please join us by becoming an advocate for agriculture as a Miss Agriculture USA Queen. To learn more about Miss Agriculture USA, how to become a Miss Agriculture USA Queen, and to see more of our Miss Agriculture USA Queens in action, visit our website at www.missagricultureusa.org. Be sure to like us on Facebook and to follow us on Instagram. And don't forget to subscribe to our Miss Agriculture USA YouTube channel.